Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I have for you one of the most requested videos, and it's no other than products that I regretted buying. In general, I think that as a shopper, I shop a lot, but I do a lot of research before I buy something. So most of the times I'm quite pleased with the stuff I get because I know what to expect from them, but still there are quite a lot of things that at the end, even after a lot of research or because there were some spontaneous purchases, I am not very pleased with them or I'm not using them so much. So I gathered quite a lot of things, and there are many others, so certainly there will be a second or even a third part of this, but I will start today with some of the products that I regret buying. And I have a combination of luxurious and budget-friendly products. It's mostly makeup. I only have one skincare product in today's video because I mostly went through some of my makeup drawers, but I'm sure that in the future you will also see more skincare products in these kind of videos. I will start with the skincare, as I said, and this is by NIP+FAB, and it's the Bee Sting Fix Lifting Mask. So this is a face mask from the NIP+FAB company. This is a company that it's in the same larger company than Rodial that I really love, and the Bee Venom line from Rodial is a line that I have not tried yet, although I have tried most of their other lines. And I decided to go with the cheaper alternative to see how I feel about it, if it really worth the trouble, before I try the Rodial one. And this supposedly is for extreme plump lift effect, and it has bee venom and skin tensure. The thing is that I have a bee allergy, and I also wanted to try this one to be sure that I will not have any reactions before I spend too much money of getting the Rodial one. The thing is that I didn't really like this mask at all. I have tried it twice, and I think that I have a bit of sensitivity on it. I cannot really say that I saw an allergic reaction, but my face didn't feel very comfortable after using it. And certainly I didn't see any of the claims that it has on it. So it says that it plumps, firms, smooths, and hydrates and softens. I didn't see these things. And this is maybe one of my least favorite masks that I have tried. Certainly I will not repurchase it, and I don't even think that I will actually finish it off. Maybe I will try it a couple of more times to really see if it makes any sense to keep it or just throw it away. The rest of the stuff, they are makeup, and I have a lot of palettes. So I will start with something that it's a clear regret. This is a palette by Victoria's Secret, and this was a completely spontaneous purchase. I was at the airport at a Victoria's Secret counter. I got some of their body sprays and body products that I like a lot, and then I saw this fun glittery packaging, and yes, this is like fuchsia glitter. Of course I was attracted, but besides the packaging, this palette really doesn't say a lot. So you can see here there are like 10 shades, and it doesn't look bad, but except from a couple of these, I am completely underwhelmed. So this shade up here is the only shade that I can say that I like quite a lot. You can see here that the pigmentation is not super, but it's not really bad. But everything else, like this horrible white shade that you can see, this is like, I'm sorry, but this is just horrible. Or this shade, the black with tons of glitter in, that doesn't really stick on the skin and the glitter goes everywhere. I was so underwhelmed, and there is an eye pencil in this which looks not soft at all. Certainly it looks like a very, very cheap add-on in the palette. It is quite black, but it is quite uncomfortable. It reminds you more of a pencil that you write with than an eye pencil. So this is a product that I really don't use, and I think that it's a product that I should get rid of, although I have nearly never used it, because I don't think that I know of anyone that would really enjoy this palette. I have another palette that of course I don't hate as much. This palette is from a company that I really love, and I'm very pleased with all their products so far. But this is a palette that maybe I cannot say that I regretted buying, but I certainly don't use it enough. So this is from Too Faced, and it's the Return of Sexy palette. And if you open it, it's really nicely made, and it has these 3 parts of different shades, different color combinations. It's the ingenue and the icon and the bombshell. The thing is that all these shades are so glittery. I will certainly keep this palette because there are some shades that I like quite a lot. There's some, like this shade here is very beautiful. Like, it's certainly really nice, but I cannot really say that I feel that I can use this as a standalone palette. There are a lot of palettes that I cannot use as standalones, but these colors are very glittery. I also don't like a lot the silvery black glittery shades. These are shades that I usually avoid. I love glittery shades, but when they're like silver and black glitter, they are among my least favorites. But there's some, like the middle part of this palette I like quite a lot, so I will try and concentrate to use these shades a bit more, and maybe some of these highlighting shades from all these parts. So I can certainly say that I will try to use this palette a bit more. But overall, I was certainly not impressed, and if I would tell you to get a Too Faced palette, this would not be my first choice. I have a much more budget-friendly palette. This one is from Catrice, and this is a palette that I will give away to a friend, because since I got it, it was from a collection. It was from like a bridal collection, I think, and the name was Kaviar Gauche, and it looks very beautiful. It is like white in, and there is an eye pencil, and there are these really pastel-y shades that they are mostly matte or satin, and it's really nice, but I nearly ever use this kind of colors, and it's just a waste. And I know that I have friends that they will appreciate these colors, and this will be in a better use in their hands, so I will give that to a friend that I know that she will appreciate it much more. I cannot say that I have problems with the pigmentation. A lot of these colors I have just swatched, or maybe not even, but certainly it's not something that I use often or nearly ever, so certainly I think that this was a purchase that I should not have done. I have 2 more eye palettes, and they are both from the same brand, and they are both very luxurious. So these are my 2 YSL palettes that I have. First of all, they look horrible because they attract fingerprints like crazy, and as I said, I have 2 of these. The one, it's the limited edition one. It's called 4 Wet and Dry Eyeshadows palette, and it looks a bit like that. And I can understand why I got this one. I mean, there are blues and greens and purple, and you can use these shadows as wet or dry. You can see they're very beautiful shadows, but to be honest, when you go for colors like that, in my opinion, you should never go for companies like YSL because they're so poorly pigmented, and usually the thing is that companies like that, they have a different audience than companies like Urban Decay and Too Faced, companies that are more trendy, more youth oriented. Companies like YSL, they address their products to a more mature audience, maybe an audience that it's a bit more elegant towards the color selection. So if they do color, they will do it in such a subtle way that it will not be very intense and it will be quite poorly pigmented. So I was not very pleased with this. I will try all the products that I'm showing you today. It's a good opportunity for me also to realize that I'm not using them enough and try to use them, because many of them, they were products that I really liked when I got them. So I will try, now that it's spring, to include this palette in more makeup looks and get a bit of use out of this. Maybe use it wet and try to create a more pastel-y effect and just a hint of color. But overall, I was not very impressed by this, and I was also not very impressed by the next one, which I think it was in the permanent line. I don't know if it still is, and it's one of their 5 color Harmony for Eyes palettes, and I got number 11. Like, the shades scream my name. I was with a friend when I got this, and I think we both got it because we like this kind of color so much. But I don't know, I think the problem, as I said, is that I am not, you can see here the pigmentation, it's certainly here. I don't know why I'm not using this color. This is a horrible swatch. It is a very beautiful color, but I am not very convinced with the quality of the YSL palettes from companies like that. I certainly prefer more palettes from Chanel or Dior, and I'm quite pleased with the ones that I have in my collection. But with these YSL palettes, I was not so amazed. So I will try to use them more often, but if you want to go for a company like that, I would say to try out one of the other companies that I mentioned than YSL. I will go now from the very luxury products to some really drugstore products, and I have an Essence product here for you, and it's called How to Make Brows Wow Makeup Box. I don't know if this is still available, but this is a brow kit that I rarely use. It comes with a mirror, it has some cards to help you use the products here, and it has three actually shades for the brows, which is quite good, and a highlighter, and then it has a small brush and a pair of tweezers, so it looks quite complete. The problem with this is so bulky that no one should ever have to carry a thing like that just for their brows. I also don't like, this is horrible. I would prefer this to be a spoolie. I think they have it for the highlight shade, but it doesn't make sense at all. This is a bit too soft to be used on the brows. I have never used the tweezers, maybe they're okay. I'm happy that there is a pair of tweezers in here, and the shades are not bad, but I don't know, they're very warm. They're very warm in my opinion. I'm not very fond of that, but it's nice that it has 3 shades. On the other hand, I don't know, I would prefer that they will just drop the highlighter, make this much more compact, just put a pair of tweezers in. I think this is too bulky and I never use it. So this could also be a product that I will give to a friend that maybe she could use it and like it a bit more, because I have a lot more other brow products that I like more. I have a blush here. This is from Accessorize, and it's one of their Emerge Baked Blushers in Shade 5 Sensation. This is not a bad product. I think it looks really, really beautiful, and I was very impressed when I got it. It is quite frosty, I think, but I have very similar products that they have the same color and the same baked effect without being so frosty, so I rarely use this one, and maybe I should just give it away because I don't really enjoy it, and maybe I can find someone that could enjoy it more. I have foundation that I have talked recently about it to you, and this is from Smashbox. This is the Liquid Halo Foundation, and this is a foundation that didn't really work for me. It is quite an expensive foundation, so of course I regret buying foundations that they don't really fit me and my needs. I will try to see if I can find a way to make this work. If I don't manage, then I will try to find a friend that might enjoy this more. And hopefully I will find a person that this will work better for her. I have a lip gloss. This is from Urban Decay, and it's one of their Naked Urban Decay lip glosses. This was in a palette, and the shade is Sesso. It looks like that. I actually didn't like this nearly at all. So it looks like that. It smells okay, nothing amazing, but this is sticky and not so beautiful. The color I didn't like so much, the sensation I didn't like so much, and I didn't buy this separately, but I know that they are sold separately, and I would say don't do that. Go with another brand of lip gloss. You can have a much better result. I wouldn't really choose one of these Urban Decay Naked glosses. Another really luxury product that I have here is from the company Bobbi Brown. I think this was also limited edition, and it's one of their brightening finishing powders in the shade Brightening Nudes. When I got this, I actually wanted another one that they have, which I found much later while traveling, and I could not find it. I thought it was out of stock, and then I thought, okay, I will try this one. And this is supposed to be like a highlighter, all over the face, highlighting powder. It's really, really glittery, and it's quite dark for all over the face or for a highlighter for me. I like some of the shades, like this purple and the pink, but this is more like a bronzer. I don't know, I will try to get a bit more use out of this. I really like the other one that I got, and I use it as an all over the face powder, but this one was not really, and for this amount of money, it was not really my thing. Another product that I was very excited to get, and I had done a lot of research about, is this palette from the Balm, and it's the How About Them Apples Chicken Lip Cream palette. This is not a bad palette. It's actually very, very beautiful, but I use it so rarely because it's not convenient at all. It has 6 shades. I mainly use these as cheek products, as blushes, because I don't like to use this kind of products on my lips. They're very beautiful shades. They're very emollient when you put them on. Some of them, they always look a bit wet. They don't get this cream to powder effect that other cream blushers have. I am not really so wowed by this as I would expect. I will keep trying this, especially now for the summer. I will keep it and try to use it a bit longer. I try to use it a bit more, maybe alone or as a base for another powder blush, but I was not so wowed as I would expect. A product that I certainly regret buying, it is from Rodial, that I love this company, and it's their Instaglam Compact Deluxe Illuminating Powder. So I have the contour product that, you know, it's my absolute favorite, so I decided to get the highlighter. It's really, really expensive, as the contour is too. So this is a highlighter like that, It's not a bad product, but I'm so unimpressed for this amount of money, and I really rarely use it, and I will keep it a bit longer and try to see if I can use it at least for days that I don't want a very intense highlight effect, because it's so expensive and it's such a good brand, but I am not really impressed by it, and I would not recommend you to go getting it. The contour product, amazing, certainly go and check this out. I have a Nars blush, and Nars blushes are my absolute favorite blushes. This is Angelica, and I think this is my first Nars blush that I got. It looks like that, and it's I think this one I had asked Tommy to get it for me, and I chose the color from the swatches. If I were be there, I would certainly not do that. This is a very cool tone pink shade, which is a difficult blush shade, and my main problem is the glitter. So when you apply it and you blend it and everything, these gold glitter specks that you see, they're not as obvious as in the pan, but still it needs a lot of work to get this beautiful blended result and get rid of all this glitter, and that at the end means that I don't use it as much. And I know that Nars has some other cool tone pinks that I could get instead of this one. I will still keep it, and I use it from time to time. It's just not like my first choice. Some of these products, as you can understand, I like more than others, but I still say that if I could go back in time, I would not choose this shade. Just that. I think we're almost finished, and I have two, it's actually one, it's just two examples of a drugstore product, and it's a lip product by Kiko. These are actually limited edition, but I think that Kiko has similar ones still available, and I cannot remember how these are called, but I will try and find it and put it down below. This came in like a big box, but they are like sheer lipsticks by Kiko, and I'm not impressed at all. I think that the normal ones come in a black packaging that looks like that, and I have here two as examples. They look very similar to the one that I'm wearing today from Guerlain, but the sensation, how they feel on the lips, I was not at all impressed. So you can see they're quite sheer, they are not really buildable, sometimes they can be patchy. If you like this kind of sheer glossy effect, I like it. As you see, I'm wearing something like that, but not like, it's not my first preference, and these are also a bit sticky. So from this kind of product, this was not a favorite, and I'm not using it too often. So I think that I will also give away some of these to friends, and I think that was the first part of products that I regretted buying. I hope you like this video. If you have used any of these products, just leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think about them. Maybe you completely disagree with me, maybe you are in love with this product. I think that the only product that I certainly could not really accept that a person can love is the Victoria's Secret palette, but you never know. And if you have not used any of these products, just let me know about one product that you really regretted buying. I would like to know and learn from your experience, as I also hope that this kind of video is helpful for you. And I can promise you that I will certainly come back with part 2 of this series, because there are quite a lot of things that even after all this research that I say that I usually do before buying stuff, that I certainly tried and they didn't work for me so well. And I will still, I mean, this is a boring disclaimer, I know, but I will still say that the needs that we have are different. We don't all want the same kind of things for skincare or makeup. We don't enjoy the same kind of things. Some people like really matte effect on their makeup, some more glowy and glossy. So this is my personal opinion for products that they didn't work so perfect for me, and you might disagree with that, and this is absolutely fine. So if you like this video and if you really want me to continue doing this kind of videos in the future, just click the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel for more videos to come, and we will talk soon in another video next week. Until then, many kisses.